Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
I'm sorry about what happened today. Okay.
Lord have mercy.
You ate the cake, you left the mess here. You did too. You ate the cake.
I ate the cake with my bare hands, no dishes.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I am disgusted.
Sophie is delusional about being like, this is going to work. Like, something had to change. And I feel like them two aren't changing. Nothing's changing. Like, maybe I've got to try and change it in some way. Not saying I can do that.
Hey guys, welcome back to 9-Day Fiance Happy Ever After. We are on episode 12. Yesterday we did Jasmine and Gino, Manuel and Ashley, Alexi and Lauren, and Emily and Kobe. So if you guys want to check that video out, go check it out. Today we're going to do Patrick and Thais, Michael and Angela, and Rob and Sophie. Okay, so we're going to do Michael and Angela first. So Angela's mad at Michael. Shocker, not. And so she walks off, but this is literally nothing new for Michael. So now he's just venting to the camera about how Angela's mad at him and how he's doing his best and how he just wants them to be together in the States and be one family. Like, Michael, this isn't the immigration interview. You can tell us the truth, okay? So then he goes and tries to reassure Angela that everything will be fine. And then Angela's like, nah, you should have been telling me the truth, Michael.
Michael made me think the embassy moved the interview, and now I'm finding out he did. He should have left where it was.
And I know this might sound crazy, but he should have. I don't know why he went behind her back about something that serious. I would have told her the truth. Or I would have at least told her, hey, this is what I'm planning to do, okay? And before you actually do it. Anyways, she's leaving and he's following her, and then she grabs a taxi and leaves Michael. So now she's at the hotel talking to her daughter and tells her that he got denied, but not really denied because the investigation why his K1 visa got denied. You know what I mean? Yes.
No. No, I don't.
I'm thinking he's denied, but really, they're investigating the K1 denial. He slipped tonight and says, I moved the case out. What the You never told me that.
So then her daughter's like, he isn't trying to leave with her and that he's being shady and that he's scamming her. And is it really scamming at this point? Because now I just feel like it's just full on torture on his side. And then she also says that he's trying to leave without her to America. Like, how does that one even make sense? It's not like she's going to be stuck there without him. And it's not like he can get to America without her. Yeesh. She's kind of slow.
But ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury, I have one final thing I want you to consider.
That's because he's not trying to leave with you, Mama.
Now think about that. That does not make sense.
I think he's been a scammer all this time.
That does not make sense.
All this just seems shady to me. From the lies and the contradictions, it's always something.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has nothing to do with this case. It does not make sense.
Be honest, Mama, if he's using you to come over here without you, you really need to figure out what's going on.
Does that make sense? None of this makes sense. And so you have to remember, when you're in that jury room deliberating and conjugating the Emancipation Proclamation, does it make sense?
He can't use you unless you allow him to.
No. Ladies and gentlemen of this supposed jury, it does not make sense. The defense rests.
So now her daughter continues rambling, and now Angela's confused about everything. So now Angela fully believes that Michael might be scamming her, which I highly, highly, highly doubt, okay? Even if he is using her, at this point, just give it to him. He's been through so much. Just give it to him. So now Michael comes over, and she's like, sit down. But she doesn't say it just once. She says it 3 times.
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
So then Michael starts apologizing, and Angela cuts him off with her hand.
I am sorry about what happened today. Okay.
Oh, that irks me. So Angela's now skeptical about his intentions after talking to her daughter. So she says that she will not sit there and let him lie to her. And he's like, I'm not lying to you, Angela. And Angela's like, nah, good night, Michael. So now Michael's not frustrated because she isn't listening to anything that he's saying. And he also doesn't understand why he's being blamed for everything.
Why am I to blame for everything? No. I know it's not easy for her, but she needs to trust me. I'm doing this for both of us.
And I work like a dog day and night
It's okay, Michael. We know. So Anja continues yapping up the stairs and says that tomorrow, Michael better answer all her questions. Okay, now to Patrick and Thais. So remember in the last episode, John stayed over, and because of that, Thais is upset. Damn, she looks so fed up. So then John comes out and Thais is like, you ate my cake, bitch. And then she points at the sink and says that he also made a mess. And damn, John, you only been there for one night. What the fuck? So then Thais takes him to the sink and tells him that if he wants to stay here, he gotta clean up after himself. And then John's like, I didn't make these dishes because I ate the cake with my hand. And Thais is like, huh? And I'm also like, huh? And then it cuts to him eating the cake with one hand.
I ate the cake with my bare hands, no dishes.
You ate the cake with your hands?
Yeah.
But it's nasty as hell. But it actually does prove that he didn't actually make those dishes. So the only person left would be Patrick. And notice how he doesn't say shit while they're talking about it.
If you want to stay here, you gotta learn.
How are you gonna eat someone's birthday cake?
No, how are you gonna sit there and not say that you made that mess, Patrick? Look at his face. He knows he's guilty. Okay, so we find out that they're going to a ranch to hold Elisa's party, but Thais doesn't want to go because it's too far from the city, and also Patrick's dad is going to take advantage of him.
I really know Jose, and I'm very concerned that, he's going to charge Patrick, ask for something, as always he does.
So now they're on the way there where Thais really has to pee. So then they pull over to the side of the road for her to go pee behind the car.
I beat my feet.
When you gotta go, right?
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her. I've only been in that situation maybe once or twice. Hated it, okay? It also got on my leg. It's so nasty. Anyways, they finally make it to the ranch and meet up with Josiah and his wife. John clearly doesn't want to hug this man, but he does it anyways. So then they go around and talk about the party, and then Josiah starts talking about all the things that need to be done, like buying more rocks, painting the part of the wall all around the house.
To buy some more rocks, a little wall over here, that little wall, all around the house, and paint.
Why does that have to happen?
Because we gotta do the party.
Like, damn, you're making it so obvious right now. And John is like, yup, I called this. And then Patrick's like, well, yeah, that's my dad. And Thais is rolling her eyes, cause really, Patrick? Really? And then Josiah says that they gotta also fix that wall over there. He says we got the materials, but we gotta pay the guy. And Patrick's like, who is we? And then he quickly switches the conversation to them trimming the trees.
I have the material to do that, so we need to pay for the guy come in and do that. And you know what? Trim the trees.
Like at this point, it'll be better to just hold the party somewhere else. So Thais speaks up and says that it doesn't make sense to fix all of these things for a party when they're already paying for food, tables, chairs, and more. And Josiah's like, I need the money.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I was assuming you're asking us to pay for all of it.
If I'm not gonna charge for the place,
It's your house.
yeah,
Well, no, you're not gonna charge him.
well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Then Josiah's like, well, how do you think I make money? And then John's like, well, I don't know, but I'm sure you get money from your properties. And Josiah's like, well, not that much. He says that he doesn't have cash, just the properties. And then John says, no, you do in fact have money coming in. You're just hoarding all your money. And then he says that for a man with no money, he sure got some nice clothes.
For a man with no money, you got some nice clothes, though. For out here, huh? I know.
No, John.
Yeah, bitch, your ass got caught. So then Josiah's like, Patrick is my son. If he doesn't help me, then who will? Like, you're straight up taking advantage of him. Like, this is as ridiculous at this point. So then Thais speaks up and says that he always asks for too much, and he says that it's because he needs the money. And then Thais is like, oh, so we have to support you? And he says, no, the apartment supports me. And then she's like, yes, the apartment that we pay you rent for. And now he's quiet again. And now, you guys, Patrick's bitch ass says, well, there's nothing wrong with helping family out.
There's nothing wrong with helping out family. I mean, he's my dad.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Patrick, if that's how you feel, go ahead and grab a paintbrush, order some rocks, and get to trimming, okay? Like, literally, I feel no sympathy for this loser. So then Patrick asks her why is she being so difficult about this, and she says that it's her money as much as his. So then John says that he's siding with Thais, and Patrick shouldn't be helping him, and Patrick's like, well, that's what family is all about. Oh my gosh, she's so stupid.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
So that's where their segment ends. Now for Rob and Sophie. Okay, so Rob and Tori are at the gym. That's right, Tori's here. You guys know how much I hate Tori. Rob says that he's here for work, but okay, stalker. So he tells Tori that he misses LA and that he came here to build a life with Sophie, but she keeps storming out and they don't act like a married couple, but instead like boyfriend and girlfriend, and Rob is just tired of it.
Every time Sophie and I argue seems to always end with her being ready to call it quits. I love her, but I hate this.
And I mean, you make it easy for her to storm out with all that attitude you have. So Tori's like, where's she staying at? And Rob is like, at her friend's house. And then Tori says that he only gets one perspective of everything, but it's easy to see that she isn't as invested as he is.
You know, I only get one perspective of everything, but from what you tell me, I think it's pretty plain to see that she's not as invested as you are in this whole thing if she can't even stay home consistently.
Like, huh? That comment doesn't even make sense. Like, you're acknowledging that you only see one perspective, but also making the conclusion that she isn't as invested as he is. Like, I feel like he's forgetting last season where Robert was like, she was going through my phone. And then Tori confronted Sophie, and Sophie was like, yeah, well, he was online cheating on me. That's why I went through his phone. And then Tori was like, oh, well, I didn't know that. Duh, you didn't know. Okay? Once again, you're only getting one perspective, but here you are again, making a whole conclusion about it. Whatever. So then Tori asks, when did she get her green card? And Rob says that she didn't get it yet. And Tori's like, when did you file? And Rob says, right before she got here. And Tori says, if you called it quit, then she wouldn't get her green card. And plus, she isn't even living with you. And Rob is like, well, she's been in and out of the house, but she's still on the lease. So... And that's when Tori says that she just keeps walking out on you, and it doesn't feel like she's genuinely invested, so she's probably just trying to stay in America. And... what about it, Tori? Mind your damn business. But Rob says that she doesn't think that she's like that.
You don't think, like, she's trying to stay in America? Like, at this point?
She not, though. Like, I don't feel like that's the type of girl she is.
But this is the thing. The fact that she playing this cat and mouse game with you is really feeling like a green card play right now, bro.
But I feel like at this point she deserves her green card. Whether she's using him or not, she has been through so much, okay? Not as much as Michael, but she has been through a lot with him. And now Rob is now done in his relationship with Sophie.
If she really wanted a green card, she'd have found some rich sucker. I'm like, why would you choose a guy who doesn't have a bathroom in his apartment?
So Rob says that he has hope, and Tori's like, hope for what? Like, oh my gosh, Tori, enough. Let the girl get her green card. I mean, her man's back. Jeez. Okay, so now we see Sophie with her mom and her friend, and she tells us that she needs space from Rob to clear her head. So we see that Claire's leg is broken, and she tells us a whole story about her boyfriend, now ex-boyfriend, got into a minor car accident with her in it, which caused her leg to break, and then she got mad at him right after, and then broke it off with him.
I'm like, that mother.
You took an L on that one.
Took an L. What's the L going on an L?
It means you took an L, like you took a loss.
Yeah. Nearly lost a leg.
So then after her whole story, she says that Sophie should learn from her mistakes. And I mean, she isn't wrong. Her mom seems like the type of person to make mistake after mistake after mistake, if you know what I mean. So then Sophie vents a bit about Rob and says that she doesn't know what she's gonna do with her life now.
You know, like I just...
Be happy. We don't need men.
I know we don't. But we do. I know, I'm sorry, but we do.
I should get some sleep. I'm sorry. Nights are hard.
So then Sophie says that she has a lot of reasons why she doesn't want to leave Rob. One of it is because she doesn't want to leave America, and another reason is that she's still holding on to the old version of him. So Claire is like, Sophie's delusional with thinking that the relationship is gonna work.
Sophie is delusional about being like, this is gonna work. Like, something had to change, and I feel like them two aren't changing, nothing's changing. Like, maybe it's, I've got to try and change it in some way. Not saying I can do that, but I've got to try.
But she said that she was gonna try to change it. Was she talking about the fight video that she leaked between the two of them?
Coincidence? I think not!
So the mom is like, do you truly believe that he can change? And Sophie's like, I don't know. And then she's like, well, if you want to stay with him for love, which is something stupid bitches do, then you have to accept that he isn't gonna change.
If you want to stay with him just for love, which some, and no disrespect to you, but stupid bitches do that, then you've got to accept he ain't changing, period.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, woman, that's your daughter you're talking to. Talking about no disrespect. Bitch, that's all disrespect. So then she says that he will chip away at her and says that she is sad. And Sophie's like, I'm not sad. And then she starts talking about how everybody used to love Rob and how amazing he was, and now he just became an angry person and all the traits that she liked are not there anymore. And then she starts crying. That was kind of like a weird run. Like, she was like hunched over I don't know what that was about. Anyways, I don't know if I feel bad for her or not, because she did say that he wasn't like that and now he is like that. But before you guys got married, you saw his traits come out and you still decided to go through with a wedding. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Bye.